New York's classic rock, Q104.3.
Welcome back. It is Jonathan Clark in the studio with, one of my favorite bands ever, and all four of them are here, Damon, Graham, Alex, and Dave. It is Blur.
Hey, Jonathan.
Hi.
I can't believe you're all in my studio. This is amazing. Thank you
nice
so much for coming by.
Pleasure.
Let me hold up this awesome new album called The Magic Whip. The old analogy is, of course, you've heard it a million times, that bands are like marriages. Some last, some don't.
This is the Miracle Baby.
This is the Miracle Baby. So I know probably your most favorite thing is not doing the press rounds, but
No, we never gave that impression over the years.
being together with this brand new album, still together, and working on these songs and going out and doing some shows here and there. How does that feel after? I know you guys kind of got back together a few years ago, but how does it feel, kind of doing this thing all over again?
It's feeling very what's it feeling?
It's feeling really good.
Feeling really good.
So long as we get enough sleep.
Right.
And,
Do you find you need more sleep now than you did 20 years ago?
I'm just getting more sleep.
Have you taken some helium?
No, sorry, I've got
I have nothing on that mic mix, I swear to God.
I've got a bubble in my throat. Throat bubble.
Just say have a laugh for me once.
Have a laugh. It feels good because we don't play very often.
Right.
So for me, it's very joyous. Every time we play, it feels good.
It's much different now than in 1991. There is a rumor out there now, because you guys have done this, that Oasis is now getting back together.
Yeah, I hope they don't feel under pressure to do that because we've done it. I mean, well, last time I spoke to Noel, which wasn't that long ago, well, he said he wasn't giving anything away if they were intending. I think he's, wouldn't be. I wouldn't imagine it would be this year anyway.
It's got a new album.
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
Yeah.
They've actually shaken hands, haven't they? Rather than
I heard something
made
about
any
that.
plans.
Agreed to
But
disagree.
that's the first step, isn't it? Shaking
That
hands.
is shaking hands. Yeah. Well, they are brothers after all.
Yeah.
You guys have all been prolific outside of the Blur world. Damon with your solo work, Graham your solo work. When not being in this band, Dave, you were a lawyer.
Yep, that's right. Criminal lawyer, criminal defense lawyer.
Really?
That. Yeah.
I was going to say that might come in handy in the rock and roll world, but
You'd think, but the reality is that the bands of our age rarely get arrested, and the young bands, when they do get arrested, can't afford a lawyer.
that's true. Yeah.
So I haven't actually represented any musicians. No, I tell a lie. Represented one DJ who shall remain nameless. Other than that,
Yeah, but they should all be arrested.
I think they all are, one by one.
Alex, you have a farm, and you write a farming column, and
That
you
doesn't
have
sound that exciting to me. I'm
No.
sure it's more fun than that.
no, but like who doesn't want a
No,
farm?
well, a farm's a kind of orthodoxy for a rock gentleman, isn't it? That's where people in bands end up. Normally.
right. Like these.
So I've got a studio there.
Roger Daltrey has a fish farm or something.
He was the archetypal
Yeah.
farming rock gentleman. Yeah, but McCartney, farmer.
Yeah. So
Sting, farmer.
so tell me about this festival that you have.
Yeah, well, so that's combining all the farm's assets, space, and the fact that you can grow stuff there with my favourite things like food and music. So it's a food and music festival.
And Jamie Oliver's involved in this.
Jamie's there. Yeah, it works really well.
Guys, these songs first came together in, I guess, a place called Kowloon, which is in Hong Kong. It seems the videos for these are somewhat sort of reflect that.
Well, I mean, they do, but it's more the result of us finding this amazing graphic designer called Tony Hung,
Okay.
who comes originally from Hong Kong.
Right.
And we're just, it's his vision, really. I mean, the second one that we did for There Are Too Many Others was just an iPhone with us in our rehearsal studio. So.
Oh wow. Okay.
We have spent quite a lot of time, effort, and money on videos that haven't come out anywhere near that good over the years, though.
I don't think you're the first band that's happened to. Probably.
I don't really think you need to make videos anymore. I don't think it's actually. You just have to make stuff, don't you?
Make stuff that you
Yeah.
can put music bed underneath it or something.
I mean, there was a whole industry dedicated to the music video, and people, it was feeding a lot of families.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
And I think that. I mean, I don't want to see families starve anywhere in the world, but
Right.
I'm kind of glad that it doesn't exist anymore.
Well, you got to tell me about the lady making the ice cream. I'm just fascinated by
You'd
that.
have to ask Tony Hung. I think it maybe his neighbour.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's a great video, though. That's a good video. That's just
Yeah.
like a fun video.
Yeah.
It goes with the song.
Educational as well.
Yeah, exactly.
If you speak Cantonese.
Yeah, I know because the subtitles are there. Tell me about that song "Go Out" and we'll play it.
Well, that's probably one of the most representative of that session. Sorry about my S's. I was reading an article with Tracy Thorn, not Tracy Horn. I'm getting mixed up with Tony Hung and Horn and
Tracy Thorn from Everything for the Girl.
Yeah, I was reading it in the Observer, and she was talking about singers, and then just out of the blue, I just, casually reading it with a croissant and a coffee on a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
And then there's this tirade about my sibilance that I read.
It doesn't sound so incredibly nuts to me.
No, it's me.
You're not whistling. I mean,
But,
Now that would be funny if you were doing that. I would just put that in a loop.
No,
You know?
yeah. Well, I am doing it, and I obviously do it because that's why she doesn't like my voice because of my S's. Anyway, that song was probably the most. It's really sibilant. This mic. I'm really self-conscious now. I understand what she means.
I'll turn it down a little bit.
Sorry. Pardon me.
Now that we're going to leave in. I'm sorry. That will not be an edit.
There's no.
That's an
dirt
exclusive.
That came to you from our sponsor, Coca-Cola.
Yeah. Don't we wish?
140 calories per can.
Go out.
Go out. Yeah, it was. It was. We had 5 days, and we had like a bag of loose ideas, and I think that was one of the ones that really just came out of a proper kind of jam together.
Okay.
And yeah, so I think in a way it was a good song to put out first because it's got the spirit of what those sessions were like, and they were fantastic. 5 days to get a whole record done, and
That's like
not finished because
Right.
there's
that's almost Beatlesque.
Well, I think it's fair to say we are Beatlesque.
Yeah, absolutely. Really quick, I'm wondering your thoughts on that documentary. I don't know if you loved it or hate it. Live Forever, Britpop, 2003.
I haven't seen it.
You never saw it.
No.
You're all over it.
What's it about?
I never
Britpop.
saw it either.
Blur, Oasis,
What's that?
Pulp.
What's Britpop? Maybe I
all
should
those
watch
band.
it.
I think you should watch it. Guys,
Yeah,
I
what's
haven't
it
seen
say?
it either, I'm afraid.
really?
No.
Wow. Okay.
Have you seen it, Graham?
No, I haven't seen it. No. My throat bubble has dispersed.
It has. You're back to normal now.
I'm back to normal.
Now I've got throat gravel.
Yeah, I have never seen Live Forever. There's documentary. No, I haven't seen it. I find it embarrassing. I find books about it embarrassing. Any documentaries about it embarrassing because I think they're trying to polish a turd.
Right. So it's a
That's
whole lot
Polish a bleep.
about nothing.
And if you've
really.
ever tried doing that, it's embarrassing.
I've never tried that.
I tell you what, though,
Try it.
I have had to. I once had I got quite close proximity to my turds once.
Really?
Because I've got a gold.
Well, doesn't everyone?
I've got two gold teeth, but one of them fell out, and I swallowed it. And I was damned if I was going to buy a new tooth.
I hear you.
So
you were
I had to,
fishing?
I was fishing every day.
How long did it take to come through?
It actually took longer than I thought. And then I panned for gold, and one day there it was.
And you were rich all of a
I
sudden.
was and then I washed it and got someone to stick it back in my mouth.
Oh my!
You did? Why'd you wash it?
True tales from life on the road with Blur. Amazing.
I hasten to add, I think it was sterilized.
Well, that's good. Is there a UK invasion going on, like UK invasion number 6 or 7 here in America now? It's different musically, obviously, than when you guys in the early '90s, but I mean, it seems like there's so many artists coming in to do this show.
I don't know. I think I think since we didn't kind of jump up and down and go, let's invade Ukraine, I don't think.
Yeah.
I think it's all over. I think you either need a new president, and we need a new prime minister. I think at the moment it's, it's a little bit frosty, probably. I mean, nothing to do with us. Obviously, we love America, but I think no, I don't think it's well. But you say that you have had. You've Sam Smith. That seems to have done very well here.
George Ezra,
One Direction.
Why have I got Ollie
James
Mears'
Bay,
face?
James
in
Bay.
my
Hosier's
face?
from Ireland, but
Ollie
I mean, he's
Mears.
blowing up here.
So, but basically, you're having
Sam
an English,
Smith.
a British invasion, but it's
Okay. I appreciate the honesty. I'll have to do an edit there, unfortunately.
Oh,
Sucks.
that's
It's
a shame.
America. I want to play Lonesome Street. We were talking about this before briefly. Again, a fantastic video featuring the Phoenix Fly Dancers.
yeah, from San Francisco.
What can you tell us about that video and this song, and then we'll play it.
Well, there. I mean, if you've been to anyone who's been to China, will have inevitably seen people dancing in parks. I mean, in China, people love to do things together. It comes out of communism. So, in this kind of new world that they are forging ahead in, that a lot of those habits still continue, and it's really beautiful actually watching people dance. Then they have different sort of musical evenings. I mean, the first one I saw like that was in Japan. That they had rock and roll dancers, didn't they? In Roppongi Park. Yeah, it seems to be public line dancing is big in mainland China.
Well, it's good. It looked great in the video. It's like perfect for the song.
But they're from San Francisco.
Oh, they are? Okay, yeah.
So.
Well, let's play that song right now. It's brand new music from Blur. Guys, thank you so much for giving us a few minutes, and I wish you the best out on the road. Please come back anytime.
Pleasure.
And good luck with this fantastic new album.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
you.